G'day and thanks for joining us again. Nick here with Softwash Australia, and just wanted to go through the systems that we've built. I know you've seen the little promo video that we've put out, but from a practical point of view, I just sort of wanted to go through and really just highlight the features, and also just where we've seen a few little upgrades. And probably the most simple little upgrade has been adding the Gilmore gun. I find this, compared to the changing that we need to do with this unit, we include these, and now I also throw a Gilmore gun on, which is what you'll get when you get the unit, but you'll have one of those sitting in the box just in case you want one as well. So a little upgrade there. If we run through the features again, the control wizard gives us the remote control access, powered by the battery, and the battery really only controls the wizard. We periodically need to give that a bit of a charge, so that's just afterwards you could either just put a little charger unit on it if you want to, but yeah, just every now and again needs a little bit of extra of a kick. The 240 volt booster 1 horsepower Gould 19 stage with the recirculation kit on there allows it to run in a stalled dead-ended position for a few minutes, and then what we do is we just pulse and discharge to allow that water that may be starting to warm up just in this circular motion here as the recirculation system happens. If we discharge that whilst it's running, then we'll just let that little bit of warm water that's warming up out, and a bit of cooler water will come in, or solution or what have you, and that'll just give you the protection that you need, because the last thing we want to see is these getting all really hot and wanting to blow out, and it's just not good for the pump generally. And of course, we've got the proportioner right in the back there, and the proportioner allows us control over the commingling of our products that we're bringing together. Obviously water, a sanitizer and or soap or whatever else we're introducing. So that's the system in itself. Now, the remote control unit, first and foremost, you need to have the power turned on, so that's the middle button. And then what it gives us is it gives us two options, and option B is to simply start and stop the motor. That's what option B gives us. Option A drives a actuating valve that sits just up underneath the hood here, and when I push the button, you'll note that it just switches from one side of the valve to the other. So it allows us to bring either the rinse product in, or it allows us to draw through the proportioner from our static concentrate tanks, and therefore we then have the ability to have soap or the rinse water coming through, all on the one hose. And that's really where the main features of this unit is. Lightweight, simplistic, good force, all at the touch of a button. So they're the benefits. So if we start the system up, we can start and stop the unit, which means that if we get a phone call or something, I don't have to worry so much about the water in there. I can just simply turn the unit off. I can do what I need to do, then I can start up again. If we go to the A button, that's the sort of force that you can expect from the unit out of the Gilmore gun, and that's about 18 litres a minute, and probably somewhere around about 150 PSI. I haven't put a test on it, but somewhere around about there. And from a rinse point of view, if we're looking at 1 and 2 or even 3 stories, that's ample water to give ourselves a really nice rinse down. Now, when I'm looking for soap, I'm going to hit the A button, and it's driven the actuator. So the actuator has now put me over onto the soap. Now, I do have a hose full of fresh water, so I know I'll have fresh water for about a minute, and then after that minute's gone by, I will see my soap come through. But that, at the moment, is your soap application volume and force. So once again, when we have a look at that in real time, bit of breeze there at the moment, bit of a bugger, but that's easily, You're not going to have any problem getting product on at that rate. The beauty of being able to get the product on is that we're looking, when we're talking about soft washing, we're making a specific solution. We're going to apply that to whatever the staining or the moulding is, and then we're going to let that do the work, and then we're going to rinse that off. So really our first application is just a really solid, even coat, making sure we're getting it everywhere. And I'm only using water here just for the benefit of doing a bit of a display. But if that's and if we were washing that, that would be all the soap that needs. It's taken less than a minute to apply the soap. So then I would be looking to hit the A button again. You've heard the machine change. We're now back on the rinse. So one of the hardest parts is actually taking the patience and the time to allow the solution to do its work. It's very, very easy on the body, very easy on the operator. I'm not struggling and fighting a 2-wire or a 3-wire or a hose that weighs a couple of kilos a metre. This is all very, very light stuff, very, very easy to use. And once again, I've now gone over, and you can see that sort of really quite solid water that's coming, town water boosted. And when I do that, then obviously if that was soaked up like I simulated, and all I'm doing is now rinsing that product away. That in actual fact would have been a complete wash. Apply, dwell, rinse. That's what we would have got. So that's the unit. 75 metres of hose comes on the booster pump. We also have 30 metres of 3/4 supply hose, so you can get onto good water and the system will run really nicely. You can't hardly hear it running. That's one of the other really great factors. So if you're talking about night work or those areas, perhaps aged care facilities, hospitals, etc., where noise is an issue, then these have so many benefits in so many areas. They just keep coming along, and these are all things that have been pointed out to me over time. So anyway, that's the Softwash Australia Softwash kit with the 1 horsepower booster, proportioner, and the Wizard control, our remote control system. And give us a call on 0400 210 646, or hit us up on the website, Softwash Australia, if we can be of assistance. Thanks for dropping by.